home, you can imagine.
Yeah.
The kids were too cold. They didn't last long, which was great for me. I didn't have to trick or treat for too long. So
There you
we're good.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went over to my aunt's, and I'm one of those people that, hey, if there's leftover candy at the end of the night, I'm gonna skip the trick-or-treating aspect, but take the candy still. So
Mallory,
got
should we
my fair
just send
share.
you all of our kids' candy? Because I never know what to do with all of these bags of candy.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to just mail it on over.
Bring it. We'll take it with open arms.
Okay, great.
I know
Uh,
I fall for temptation quite a bit when it comes to candy. So all the extras that we had in the house, I brought into the office today and keeping it as far away from me as
You're a
possible.
fan favorite. That's what you want.
New month, new me, you know.
That's right. That's right.
grinding till
November
Thanksgiving.
1st. Isn't that crazy? It's November 1st. I feel like I say this every year, but like, especially summer here with the Midwest, like time just flies by. And the fact that Halloween is over and now we think about the next holiday and Black Friday and Cyber Monday, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Stop it, I'm not ready. My mind
I
can't
know.
go there.
You got the warm weather at least, Maria, so you don't have to deal with the snow like we do.
I know, it was pretty nice. We wore one small layer of jackets last night. It was
Yep.
great. My daughter was a cheerleader and she was like, I don't want a jacket. I was like, okay, this is California. Guess we're not moving anywhere else.
I love it. Well, thank you for anyone who's joining right now. We're going to give it a couple more minutes before we go ahead and get started. Appreciate you all hopping on. We've got an incredible group of panelists today, so super, super excited to share some insights and take it from there. Hopefully everyone had a great Halloween. We were just catching up on our Halloweens. I'm based out of Chicago, so I was saying about how it snowed yesterday here. I know some of my Midwest folks on this call can experience that as well, but kind of wish it was warmer weather still. Crazy that it's November 1st.
I
I
don't
could
mean to make.
go
Oh,
ahead,
go ahead,
Marie.
Nathan.
No, I was just going to shot call that I'm probably the first person on this panel that's going to have their house decorated for Christmas. My wife has already got plans this weekend. She's going to put up all the Halloween stuff and then immediately go to Christmas.
There's no like break before Thanksgiving. See, I'm a
We
girl.
did-
I gotta wait till that day after Thanksgiving hits. Boom. Now we can do Christmas.
Well, that's a Midwest type of mentality there. Down here in Florida, it's like, straight to
Right to Christmas.
straight to December.
Yeah.
Confession, exactly. Jamie, I've been listening to Christmas, Mariah Carey Christmas in September.
Already?
You guys. Since September.
Oh man.
Guilty. Oh, it's okay.
It's
But
okay.
I don't mean to make anyone jealous, but it's supposed to be 70 degrees here in San Francisco today. So I don't know about that first bit of snow over there, Mallory, but
Wait,
it's
let me
pretty
tell you
stunning
something though,
here.
Maria. I think this weekend we're supposed to get up to 60 again. Just for like a
Mm.
quick little glimpse over the weekend, and then
Woo!
it drops back down to 30. So I'll take my W's where I can get them.
Exactly. Take the
But
win.
overall, very jealous of your weather. Yes.
Go outside for that 60-degree weather, Mallory.
Yeah, I'll soak up every last minute I can get. All right. I think we can go ahead and get started now. So what is up, FEVO friends? Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to our November webinar here, where we'll be covering essential offers and proven sales strategies. My name is Mallory Eichhorn. I will be the host for today's panel, and I'm part of our partner success team with FEVO. So I started with FEVO about 2 years ago. Spent some time on the minor league side and ended my time with the Windy City Bulls as their director of ticket sales. So shout out to all my Windy City Bulls peeps on here. Before we go ahead and dive into meeting our expert panelists for today, I know we have a few new faces on here that aren't super familiar with FEVO just yet. So quick reminder, FEVO is a social checkout cart, makes that buying process for your consumers very quick and easy. It's 4 to 5 clicks. You get through the entire flow from start to finish. No login creation, no remembering passwords. It's a very quick and easy buy flow. So we'll dive a little bit deeper into some different use cases shortly. But before we do that, let's meet our panelists. We've got Maria, Josh, and Nathan over here. I did my quick intro. So Maria, I'm going to pass it off to you. If you can give a quick background of yourself, how long you've been with the Golden State Warriors, what your current role is, and take it away.
Sure. What's up, FEVO fam? My name is Maria Valdueza. I'm the Vice President of Ticketing here at Golden State. I am going into my 15th season with Golden State. It's crazy to say that, but I've only been with one team my career. I actually started out in the marketing and hospitality space with Ghirardelli Square before I got into sports. And then I've loved Golden State ever since. So here I am 15 seasons later. I oversee single game and group sales, as well as ticket operations and sales operations. So I'm very excited to be here today with my friends Josh, Nathan, and Mallory, and to talk through around our Dub Nation Deals program.
Awesome. Let's pass it over to Nathan.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning to those on the west side of the country. Nathan Berger, Assistant Director of Group Sales here with the Orlando Magic, tipping off my 8th season with the Magic. Before that, grew up in Indianapolis, actually attended the Harvard of the Midwest, Mallory, Ball State University.
Let's go. We've got some Ball State folks on this call right now.
Mac Nation, represent. And then started my career with the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana FEVO. So started my first 8 years there, going through the inside sales program, really developing a passion for group ticket sales, and found my way down here in Orlando in leadership. So excited to share some of the promotions that we've got going on.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nathan. And let's take us home here, Josh.
Appreciate it. Hey, everyone. Josh Massey. I'm the General Manager of Ticket Sales and Services here at Oklahoma. Going into my 3rd football season here. Got my start back in 2007 in the NBA with the Houston Rockets. Worked in inside sales and group sales there for 10 years. Then I took my talents over to College Station, Texas, worked for Texas A&M, the 12th Man Foundation. Did that for 5 years on that side of things, and got their ticket sales program started there. And now last 3 years I've been here at Oklahoma working on the Learfield side of things for the athletics program here. And we sell all 10 ticketed sports, whether it's new business sales, like season tickets, group sales, mini plans. We also renew a bunch of the season tickets for football and basketball. And then we also have a little bit of work with the premium side of things and raising some donations on the annual fund and philanthropic side of things. So happy to be here today, and look forward to the conversation.
Awesome. Thank you all. Quick agenda for today. We're going to go through the top 5 ways that we recommend activating FEVO offers, ways that can help, super easy to implement, rinse and repeat. We'll go through a deeper dive of specific use cases for our sales and marketing experts on this panel. And then we'll close out with some key takeaways and then any questions. So quick reminder, if you do have any questions throughout, even during the panelists speaking about their use cases, feel free to go ahead and drop those in the chat. We will be monitoring that throughout and, have some time at the end to help answer those questions. So I'd like to start off with this slide just to give a quick overview of FEVO. Many of you who have been with us for a few years know that we originally started as a group selling platform. It's evolved into so much more. We've got the digital marketing space, which we're going to, touch in on a little bit later here with lots of these offers. There's the ancillary revenue space where you see teams like the Houston Texans launching parking through us, or the Chicago Blackhawks with their game day experience. You've got general sales where we have QR code technology and can support end-to-end ticketing. We've got our whole FEVO exchange team where partnerships like Costco and our ABA partnership have launched. And then, of course, we've got premium where you see teams like the Seattle Mariners who grew their suite space sales from 13 in a single day to over 100 suites that were sold on a Cyber Monday special. So we're not going to dive into everything today. We definitely don't have time to do that, but we are going to key in on some of those top 5 offers that we recommend that every team does. So let's do a deeper dive now. I'll kick us off with the first couple here. Theme nights, initiative number 1. Theme nights are a super easy one to launch on FEVO. You can have your landing page on your website so fans can go through and navigate to your theme tickets and promotions page. You'll see teams like the Detroit Red Wings, the Chicago Blackhawks, the Minnesota Wild in this example here, where when I navigate to their theme tickets and promotions page, I've got the options to get to military tickets. I've got Sunday Fun Day. I've got other themes and promotions throughout as well. All I have to do is click on that buy tickets button there, and the FEVO drawer will slide out on your website. So one of our first best practices to highlight is making sure that we live natively on your website. Use our button codes, use our widgets on either FEVO or on the FEVO Enterprise platform so that we can live natively on your website and slide out. Your marketing team spends so many dollars to get eyeballs to your website. Why are we redirecting them off of there to a third party? So let's live on your website there and have one page to showcase all those offers. You'll also see on this right-hand side that we now feature seat drill down. So historically on FEVO, we had more of that best available style approach. You can absolutely still use that on the FEVO Enterprise platform, or you can go a little bit further and drive down into like a row and seat level enablement here. Initiative number 2, family weekends and family packs. So family weekends, obviously pretty specific to the collegiate space, but family packs, super, super easy. Again, can live on your website, have that drawer slide out. You can feature all games throughout your season or just select games, but ultimately this comes with a ticket plus a food and beverage package or a ticket plus a merchandise item. Super easy to rinse and repeat here. All right, I've done enough talking. This is one of my favorite initiatives of ways that you can activate on FEVO. I think flash sales, if they're done strategically, can really, really be a game changer for you. So I'm going to turn it over to Josh because over at Oklahoma, they do this one of the best ways. So whether it's a flash sale for a we win, you win style offer, highlighting a specific holiday that's upcoming, doing a fall flash sale or bi-week special, Oklahoma really does it great. So Josh, I'm going to let you take it away here.
Yeah, thanks, Mallory. So right now we're obviously, going through our season. Things are going really good, obviously up until last weekend with that loss to Kansas. But however, like a lot of buy-in from our fans right now, like we couldn't ask for a better time for us just because of the momentum of going into the SEC next year. Everybody jumping on board the success of the team. We have a second-year head coach who's doing very well. And obviously our tickets are going to fly off the shelves when some of those things come together, but always sticking to like the basics. We've taught our fans over the years to take advantage of these special offers, these flash sales. Our group sales does a really good job of selling almost 30,000 group tickets a year just for football alone. So when it comes to group tickets, like that takes care of itself. As you can see the image over there to the right, like we have our Educator Appreciation Day, along with like Scout Day and all these other traditional our group theme days that we do, along with true group sales. But the flash sales, when it comes to a fall flash sale, every year when we play Texas, we do a beat Texas sale. But this year, unlike last year when we lost to Texas, there was only, so long we could advertise a beat Texas flash sale, because if we don't beat Texas, then it's kind of weird to keep promoting that. So this year we changed it to the fall flash sale. It's kind of allowing us to not only highlight that game and the momentum and the attention that we get leading up to that game, because it's obviously one of the most popular, but it allows us to kind of advertise for other events, for other sports that we need to focus on as well. So we'll add on, a volleyball home game or a soccer home game, along with trying to capture some new fans that may not normally go to those sports. So it helps us cross sell. It helps us do some things there that we typically may not have those particular fans come out to. So that's a lot of the stuff on the flash sale side that we do. One of the bigger things is, as you can see, is our marketing automation platform. Obviously, we love doing some things there to kind of continue generating interest and generating leads, our warm leads for our sales reps here. The marketing automation piece, we use a lot of drip campaigns. So if we're targeting certain database or a group of fans that we want to pitch a guys' night out to for basketball, well, we're going to, obviously spit out that externally. And then we're going to draw interest from those buyers by sending them a follow-up offer for maybe a mini plan or season tickets. And that's how we continue to kind of grow our ticket sales and kind of use that to our advantage. And we have extensive business tools, as you can see, our Vazi text messaging platform We'll use different things there to where those are all integrated in our CRM. They're integrated with our marketing automation. So there's some things there that we do from a one-to-one standpoint with our reps and what we do in terms of our mass texting as well. So a lot of these flash sales, a lot of these theme days, we'll work closely with other units around our external parts of our athletics realm, whether it's marketing, the marketing department, the digital marketing department, graphics to work on content, and just basically working closely with our ticket ops group to make sure we can, sell certain offers and we're not overstepping on their toes to creating some outrageous offer that's not even possible. So it takes a lot of units, it takes a lot of areas to bring some of these flash sales and ideas together and kind of get creative. And the sale doesn't end when we sell somebody. It's again going back to the marketing automation, doing drip campaigns, getting people through that sales cycle. They may be a single game buyer or a group ticket buyer, but it doesn't stop there, right? Like we want to put them in drip campaigns where we can get mini plans or full season ticket, interest in front of them. And then they're telling us that they're interested, because the great part about Oklahoma and things that we've done at A&M in the past is there's a whole group of alumni and fans that have never been touched before in terms of like getting a sales call or getting, connected with us about tickets, because they just assume that we're always sold out, right? So there's some ways, things that we're doing now to get in touch with those people and let them know like, hey, there are opportunities for you to buy tickets, and getting them in this line of marketing automation and drip campaigns where we can have certain touch points with them has been huge for our sales reps, because again, they're not just making cold calls. They rarely do it, and they're just fortunate enough to be at a place where there's a database full of people that have never been called before. So with that being said, it has been really, really awesome to see them get a lot of interest, and they do the outbound reach and they get credit for those sales. And, obviously using the FEVO links have been huge, because anytime we sell tickets through a FEVO platform and an offer that's on a flash sale, like those are just obviously so user-friendly and easy. And we're a Pacquiao school, so it's definitely a lot of features there that helps us with that, and a lot of buy-in from the folks here because our fans love it, they enjoy it, and yeah, it's a better buy flow for sure.
I think you touched on a couple of important things that I have some additional questions on. One of them, organizational buy-in. We on the FEVO side have noticed that when there is organizational buy-in across and everybody's on the same page, right? It's sales came up with the offer, marketing's putting together the resources for that, ops is on board with the permissioning of inventory and everything. Those are the most successful offers that we typically see on our side. Can you talk a little bit more on how you got to that point with organizational buy-in to make sure everyone's on the same page, and some of the planning that went into that organizational buy-in?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, we obviously have goals at the beginning of the year, right? Like we have goals that we have for every sport that we want to drive ticket revenue and donation revenue. And every week we have meetings, whether it's an external meeting with our external group from all departments, or and then we have like sub meetings with like, now we have like a ticketing marketing meeting that's just strictly to talk about tickets and how we're going to market them, right? So a lot of details and a lot of ideas come within that group, and making sure that we're not, because we are responsible for 10 ticketed sports, so we don't want there to be a sport to not get what they deserve in terms of us trying to push fans towards their games and events. So so it starts there, right? And then it's after that, it's all right, coming up with the idea. Okay, what do we need from a content standpoint to push it out? There's obviously email chains of getting it in front of everyone who needs to make the decision on every piece of it. So we get with our communications department to make sure the language sounds good and everything looks accurate. We get with digital marketing because they're the ones who are the experts on the Eloqua marketing automation. They keep track of our database. They make sure everything is flowing well and it's put together well. And then our content, graphics, making sure those are created in a timely manner. And then obviously working closely with our ticket operations team. They're right next door to us, and our sales team, we're in the same office. So just making sure they're able to create an offer that we may come up with, and making sure those events are live and well, and just getting buy-in from our AD of external operations. So like it starts from the bottom and then it goes all the way to the top, and it's a it takes everybody. It takes that collaboration, and you obviously want the buy-in from everyone, like you just said, Mallory. And when that stuff kind of happens, like it's going to do well. Like we just rolled out a military appreciation offer this week. We got the FEVO offer that created. We're doing the multi-event camp. It's a multi-event offer where we brought in volleyball, football, basketball, both men's and women's basketball, and it's events surrounded by the Veterans Day weekend and around that football game. So there's a lot of doors that can be open, a lot of new people that we can reach. We have one rep that's focused on just military groups, and we've even got our partners at VetTix to kind of buy in and buy some tickets for it, and they're going to redistribute some of these comp tickets that they do back out to their people in their database. So even if they're not within our group here at OU, there's other vendors and people and business tools that we can use that kind of help promote that, whether it's through Vazi or through our marketing automation, mail merge stuff. Like there's a lot of pieces. It sounds like there's a lot of pieces to it, but we've been doing it for a while now. And once you get that flow going, it's just it just gets smoother and smoother and better and better. So
yeah, that synergy, cannot stress the importance of that enough. So appreciate you touching on that. One other question before we move on from your flash sale offer here. That's the other thing, right? We don't want to train buyers to get into that mentality that the flash sale is coming. I want to wait for that discounted offer. So how do you avoid that fatigue of having too many flash sales? What is that cadence for you guys? How often are you putting those offers out into the market? Can you speak a little bit more to those concepts as well?
No, and sometimes Oklahoma fans are different from Texas A&M fans, and they've been taught before for a while now to wait on some of those flash offers. So you're going to have those, right? There's going to be buyers that just know that they need to wait. But I think, again, it goes back to what's going on around OU athletics, like the momentum and all the fear of missing out. If you don't get in now, you're not going to get tickets to go, see us when we're in the SEC. So just kind of strategizing about, kind of going back to the life cycle of sales and getting people up the ladder of sales. Like that's fine if you want to buy, single game tickets and flash sales, but look, in the future, like we're going to the SEC, it may not be the same. There may not be flash sales. So that's why we're taking them through that chain of, hey, look, I know you bought a flash sale. You can't wait for the next one. You got to get in now. Because we're taking you through like the graduation of a single game ticket or a group ticket to a mini plan to a full season ticket. And then we want to get you into some premium seats maybe one day. Or we do a lot of wealth screenings here. So we have tools that we use to kind of qualify people to see if what capacity they are and what they can do. So they might be a big time donor one day. We don't know. Like it kind of starts here. Like there's people that say we're the front doorsteps to the university, right? Like OU athletics is, but our ticket office, like we're like the front steps to the front porch, right? So like it starts with us. We're the ones that I challenge my team to have those conversations and to make those calls when we do have past buyers, and we need to kind of, teach them, hey, it just doesn't start with these flash sales. Like we got to walk them through the life cycle of what it is to become bigger than just a single game ticket buyer. So we're doing things to eliminate that, but you're gonna have those people who wait. But again, like taking advantage of that momentum and telling that story and showing people like, hey, like you're not gonna be able to get these for too much longer, because the more support you have, the better our teams are doing. Like there's just not gonna be time for maybe possible flash sales in the future, but as of right now, we're okay.
Yeah, I think it's also important to make sure that you set those up in advance, right? If you're doing a we win, you win style offer, expect your team to win for that game. Have that offer ready to be launched before the game happens, so you're not scrambling right afterwards to be like, hey, we just won a game. Let me put out an offer for the next 24 hours, right? So I think that's really key. And I think the other thing that's key is your timeline for it. Don't be having it out there for a week. I know that Josh just spoke to keeping it short framed. We typically see about 24 hours or 72-hour windows for different types of flash sales. So making sure that you're mindful of that is super important as well.
Yeah. No, the history says like around the holidays, like we're going to do a Black Friday sale probably every year. Like it's going to happen. Like we're just a well-oiled machine now. Like we're going to make sure we have a holiday sale. We're going to do something around Valentine's Day, and there may be some things in between. Like if we catch fire with a player, we may do like a social media night or we may, just have a ladies' night out or something like that. But yes, it's all about, having a plan, and then what are some things you can do in between those that might be successful. So taking the risk and the chances is always good. So
Yeah, send me that ladies' night out offer. I got you on that. Maria and I will go together, right? Awesome. Thank you so much, Josh. Let's transition over to our next major category, which is promo gated offers. Whenever I think about promo gated offers, and specifically the Corporate Advantage program, Orlando Magic are always my go-to example for what I'm sharing. So we have Nathan here to help share some insight as to the process. Nathan, can you just walk us through your overall planning process for this, how the purchase flow works, and some overall feedback that you've gotten as a result?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think most teams here on the call, and leagues as well, has had some version of this presently or in the past, where what we've done is given every sales rep on our team a promo code with their last name and asked them to push it out to friends and family, push it out to companies that they know, where then they can share those promo codes with their employees. So we had similar things here in Orlando 6 seasons ago or so, where we did just give our sales team their own promo codes by last name and said, hey, go out there and get after it. But over the course of time, and a season or two before the pandemic, we actually took a look at this program and saw it as a bigger corporate type of opportunity, where some other departments can get involved to help with this. A branding opportunity. So everyone go check it out right now. Help us with our landing page hits. orlandomagic.com/advantage is the landing page that we've created. And then rather than every sales rep have their own promo code by last name, we've now targeted it to the corporate category only. So we've titled it Corporate Advantage Program. Our creative team jumped in and did a great job giving us a logo. So far this season, we've got over 300 companies that are signed up for the program, where we essentially every month send them an email in partnership with our digital strategy team to essentially share with their networks within the company. So encouraging companies to post this landing page in their discount code on their local intranets. Is it a company-wide email? Can we put flyers in break rooms? How are information like this distributed with the employees? With the ultimate hope to let these employees know there's a great added benefit to being a part of working for their company, and that's taking advantage of discounts to upcoming Orlando Magic games. So we've completely rebranded it over the pandemic and have started to see some really, really big jumps within this program. Just getting tipped off this season, so we are pacing very well. But last season, we were able to push out over 7,000 paid tickets through the Corporate Advantage program for an average yield of about $55. So a lot of buyers here are buying some pretty decently priced tickets, which are only great opportunities to be able to follow up with how is their experience. If they're attending multiple games, those are definitely people we want to target for package sales. And then another huge thing is our reporting. So being able to see live looks at how every company has performed through the program in real time, to then be able to share those updates with our leaders of those companies and say, hey, Disney was able to push out over 400 tickets this past month. Like, what are your thoughts on maybe doing a bigger group outing at an upcoming game? Or if a partner through this program doesn't already have season tickets, hey, like the employees here have a great interest in coming out to Magic games. What are your thoughts on purchasing season tickets to where you could be able to give out tickets to your employees throughout the season? So a lot of really good things and additional sales have been able to pop up through a program like this, but it's been really, really strong these last 2 seasons coming out of the pandemic, and has yielded a lot of success. And then to FEVO's credit, helping with lead generation, being able to identify specific price points that we want to use, to take advantage of those. And then to an earlier point as well, making sure we get hits on our landing page. The drawer pops right out as games are clickable. We do 2 different on sales. We're trying some different strategies up this season where only the first half of our select games are posted there, with then a second half on sale taking place after Thanksgiving.
A lot of good insights there and stuff to unpack. You mentioned sending out that monthly email, and this goes back to that conversation earlier about that organizational buy-in. We see sometimes teams will just spray and pray, we call it, right? They just put offers out into the market, hope it does well, and don't touch it. Love the fact that you are sending out that monthly email. Does that communication change on a monthly basis, or is that pretty standard as just like a friendly reminder to be top of inbox?
Right. No, the only thing that changes from the monthly emails that our digital strategy team helps us push out is just the games that are being offered each month. We might do some additional things if we want to highlight a specific theme night, or if we want to target a specific game that needs a lot of help, we'll put some triggers in there in the email to help people focus on that game. But yeah, the organizational buy-in's been great, from creative, helping with the logo design and some of the landing pages, to digital strategy, working with our CRM analysts to come up with a system where not only our corporate advantage program leaders are identified in CRM to know we need to push that email out to them each month, but we also identify all the corporate advantage program buyers by company throughout the year. And we'll remarket to those buyers, hey, thanks for coming to a game last month. Make sure you check out this month's offer. Use that code Advent Health to take advantage of your discount today. So from a lead generation standpoint, it's been huge, where we can collect data of those companies and the employees that work there to ultimately push other offers and cross-selling opportunities.
Yeah, I think the tracking piece that you highlighted is super, super important. Being able to see, hey, Disney brought out 1,000 people over the span of, this program. Let's do a bigger night. Let's have some season ticket packages that you can then push out to some of your employees as a reward system. I think that's super, super critical. You also talked about just upsell opportunities and reusing some of those names to retarget. Have you seen additional purchases come as a result outside of the corporate advantage program, other package sales, for example?
Yeah, absolutely. So far this season, just by going through some remarketing from the corporate advantage program buyers this year, we've seen 5 package sales already come through. And working with our CRM analysts, we use a program called Conversica, where we have a system in place where every other week we collect all of our corporate advantage program buyers and put them through Conversica to try to find some hand raisers through our AI assistant, Sophia Cruz. So all of our corporate advantage program buyers get an email or a text from her thanking them for their support, seeing if they have interest in attending another game. And then as those hand raisers pop up, depending what company they came from, those leads then get rerouted to the sales reps that are responsible for that company to be able to have a follow-up conversation and see what they might be interested in.
Awesome. That's great. Reminder everyone to drop some questions in the chat. I think we did have one come through for Nathan. So Nathan, the question here is, do you have corporate offers that go through third parties like PerkSpot? I find that when the company does this and not send it out themselves, that the ticket numbers go down. How did you get past this barrier?
No, good question. We don't work with too many third-party systems or companies that help push out benefits to employees and their companies. I think the approach has really been for us to ingrain ourselves with the company leaders and continue to learn about the events that they do for employee appreciation and train them almost to expect that email. So working with our digital strategy team, the last Thursday of every month is when we push out that email. So our sales reps are on the phones with our company leaders at the beginning of that last week. Hey, be ready for this offer expected to hit Thursday. See if there's anything special we need to do. We might also incentivize those leaders within the company. So obviously wanting to find the HR or the people team that can help push that out, but who are those magic cheerleaders within the company that can help push this out? Maybe it's a buyer that's purchased 3 or 4 games, and that person is the diehard Magic fan within the company, and he can kind of help spread the news out. So we kind of take a grassroots approach there, but also incentivize those leaders. Hey, if your company is able to help us sell more than 25 tickets this month, we'd love to treat you and a guest to a game and 2 lower bowl tickets for an upcoming game. So trying to incentivize those leaders, I think, is the best answer to try and keep them engaged and keep them pushing the offer out there.
Awesome. Thank you. I know we had a couple other questions pop in. We're going to save those till the end, just to make sure we have enough time moving forward here. So I am going to touch on one other promo gated example real quick before passing it off to Maria. But the Chicago Bulls, one of our most successful student rush offers that we have, similar to the Corporate Advantage program that was just discussed by Nathan. Chicago Bulls offer here, you can see they have their multi-game landing page. Once I click on the game that I'm interested in going to, it asks me to confirm my access, which is essentially entering my code, right? So for this example, everything needs to be a .edu email address. And then the big question there is, well, how do I make sure that they don't change their email address at checkout? No problem. We can help solve for that as well. You'll see that here at checkout, there's that .edu email address that gets locked in. So nobody's able to go back in and change after the fact. So student rush offers fall hand in hand with that corporate partner program example when it comes to promo gated offers. FEVO Enterprise also allows for domain gating. It allows for BIN number gating. So if you work with any local credit unions and you want to gate by BIN number, or even buy a credit card for like an Amex presale, for example, we've seen a handful of partners do that as well. So keep in mind, those tools are all available at your disposal. And then we're going to move on now to our 5th initiative that we'd recommend all teams implement. The Warriors, as everyone knows on this call, are a fantastic program, have a lot of success throughout the years, both on the performance side, but also on the business running side as well. One of their coolest initiatives that they run, in my opinion, is their Dub Nation deals. I think they're one of the first to come to market and be super, super successful with the way that they've strategized here. So Maria, can you chat a little bit through your Dub Nation deals, how that idea and strategy came to life and how that's evolved over the years since you first launched it?
Yeah, happy to. Thanks, Mallory. And for the record, I also think this is one of our coolest programs that we launched too.
Love it.
It's definitely one of my favorites. So we launched Dub Nation deals back in 2019. The Warriors were seeing a lot of success on the court. We were going into a new building at Chase Center. There was a lot of momentum around the team. And as we went into a new building, we really wanted to just be cognizant of how we were going to market with tickets. And we wanted to make sure that we had ticket options for every fan. And so that kind of was the impetus for Dub Nation Deals. It's essentially an SMS-based platform that offers a limited number of tickets at $25 for, on average, of just about every game this season, excluding the postseason. But it's a great way for our fans to really, again, get access to the Chase Center experience, come in for a basketball game at only $25. So it's a last minute offer. You have to subscribe to Dub Nation Deals. Again, it's an SMS based platform. So we work through a texting platform called Community in tandem with our marketing team. I know Nathan and Josh have talked a lot about collaboration, and being really synergized with our marketing team has been essential in kind of just getting this out in market and seeing some success in terms of getting subscribers into Dub Nation Deals, really promoting, you know, what the purpose of Dub Nation Deals is. So we've seen our subscriber base anywhere from 10,000 to 30,000. Every year we've kind of resubscribed folks to ensure that they really are engaged and want to participate in that season's offers. This season, we're already seeing a 40 to 50% click-through rate, which is fantastic. And again, the offer runs 24 to 48 hours before any given game day, and fans have access to a limited number, up to about 125 tickets on average for any game day, to basically take advantage of the $25 tickets. They get a max of 4. They don't know their seat locations. We implement delayed delivery through FEVO, which has been fantastic for us to really protect the integrity of the offer. Again, it's a $25 ticket, and it minimizes the possibilities of resale. And that's really what we're trying to solve for, so that the ticket goes into the hands of actual fans and not brokers who are just trying to take advantage of that offer. So again, through delayed delivery, fans don't know their seat location. They just know that they're getting up to 4 tickets for whatever game they're looking for. Tickets aren't deployed onto their My Warriors account an hour before doors open. So thanks to the FEVO team, they help to ensure that all of the tickets get loaded onto the account. And then from there, fans again can log into their My Warriors account and then attend the game. So they have to be registered through Dub Nation Deals. They resubscribe every year to ensure that we've got a really good list. We've seen that list go up to about 30,000. And we've seen SMS just be the best platform for this kind of last minute offers, because to what I said, we're seeing a 40% click through here. It's the most engaging way to get to our fans. We send it anywhere from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. Again, whatever that range is, really to just keep fans on their toes, so they're not trying to game the system, and they're not expecting to be by their phones at 6 p.m. 24 hours before any game day. But it's been a fantastic offer. We've gotten lots of fans who said, if it wasn't for Dub Nation Deals, we wouldn't have been able to come into the building. We've had the best time. And it's been such a seamless process working with FEVO and the marketing team and community in order to get this in front of our fans. So we love it. Again, it's probably my favorite program that we run, just by the spirit of what it is and just making sure that we've got ticket options for all our fans.
Yeah, thank you, Maria. You talked about community. We also work with texting platforms like Vazi or Lalo. So if you have questions about any of those texting platforms, please reach out to your partner's success rep. I want to touch a little bit more on the texting side of things, because I think this is super important, right? Texting was not a thing for sending out different types of offers a couple of years ago, right? It was always email, then it evolved into some social campaigns. Here, this is a super heavy text focus. Have you considered other social channels, or is there a reason that you ultimately decided on text as your main source of communication?
Yeah, I mean, we've tried email. Again, there was a period of time we were really trying to figure out what was going to get the best eyes, the best click-through rate. We tried email for an offer, and it's a good way to do it. It's just not ideal when you're talking about a last-minute offer and something that is just going to get high visibility. I mean, I'm sure this applies to all of you on the call as well. How many times do you get texts a day from, my kid's school to, hey, here's the upcoming 50% offer for whatever store it might be. And whether or not I want to delete it, there you go, Nathan, he probably just got pinged. I'm still seeing it on my phone, right? And so again, you have to see it. But I think, Mallory, we've seen so much success through the SMS that for us, we've talked about it. We've tried email once, and every single time we come back to SMS. And it's been great. We essentially just have a small little bit that says, secure your tickets, and it links straight into a FEVO page, which is, it's been good.
Yeah, I think that that's super key. I mean, I think about myself yesterday, right? It was Halloween. Chipotle every year sends out their burrito. I'm definitely buying that burrito. Let me tell you, $6 in my market here in Chicago. So yes, we are all attached. They're right next to us at all times. We are always on our phones. I think text is such a good way to reach consumers, especially nowadays with all the spam coming through email. Things get lost in an inbox, whereas text, we see open rates of 90% versus a little bit of a lower percentage. So especially for a last minute deal, I think there are certain offers that definitely belong on email. There's certain offers that belong on Twitter. There's certain offers that belong on Facebook. But when it comes to that last minute push, similar to Dub Nation Deals, that's how Student Rush, a lot of programs with Student Rush operate. They're going to text the night before for a day game or the morning of for a night game, right? So I think that's super important. I did ask this question earlier, and I'm curious, Maria, if your take on it is any different than what Josh had shared. How do you make sure that fans aren't just waiting for that last minute deal? Is there some strategy behind who you're targeting for these last minute offers for Dub Nation deals so that you're not cannibalizing some other purchases for more premium inventory? Or what's been the strategy behind who you're targeting for these types of offers?
Yeah, again, I think this comes back to collaboration, right, with our marketing team. It's essential that we're working really hand in hand with our CRM team to identify who's the right buyer, what's the demo for this, right? We are looking at a value fan who's looking for a $25 ticket. The good thing is with us being at Chase Center and us being able to have a variety of shows, we've really seen, again, a wide scale of who is coming into our building. And so again, just being intentional with our CRM team to say, Mallory, to your point, we don't want to spray and pray every offer to every person, right? I think we want to be intentional. So who are our value buyers? Who's coming in looking for these last minute deals? Who are the family show buyers that are coming in? And again, our CRM team's the best to look at that as well as our sales operations teams. So we're working with them to try and figure out who should we be promoting for subscriptions here. And so we've seen a lot of success. Again, it is really important for us that we've had to resubscribe every year just to make sure that we've got a healthy database and people who are opting in and saying, yes, I do want to participate, as opposed to having a list of 70, 80,000 that you get really low engagement for. So it's been important for us to make sure that we're being intentional with our fans and saying, yes, please raise your hand if you are interested in this.
Sorry, Mallory, we
No,
do
go
the
ahead.
exact same thing with the Corporate Advantage program as well. So we have another landing page, orlandomagic.com/corporate, where we do make our company contacts re-enroll in the program, just so they agree to it. So they know, there's a reason why we're peppering you every month with offers, because you signed up as a great benefit to the company. So
Yeah,
we
keeping
always
that
have
list fresh.
companies.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And Nathan, I think to that point, I mean, we are all getting hit with so much spam these days, right? We want to make sure that this is cutting through the noise and that fans are saying, yes, we want into this, or yes, our employees want that, right? Again, it's got to be a two-way street from fan and from us pushing out these offers.
I think you just read my mind, Maria, because that's exactly where I was going next, is the idea of spam and making sure that you're filtering through some of that noise in the market. We did have a question that came in. What is the best practice of messaging for SMS text promotions to avoid that perception of spam and just overloading somebody's texts?
Yeah, our messaging every game that we offer for is really consistent. It is short, it's to the point. We want to make sure our fans aren't feeling overloaded and burdened by the number of things we're sending. So again, intentionality is super important, right? Making sure that the fans who raise their hand for this, that they're getting what they have raised their hand for. There is an opt-out portion if fans, realize, hey, this isn't for me. They can opt out through the text platform as well. But again, just making sure we're direct and straight to the point for what the offer is, because again, we just talked about it. The more that it becomes flooded with all these different things that aren't what they want, or they have to read through the text to figure out what the offer is, you're going to lose conversions over into sales. And so it's critical for us that we're short and succinct, and that our fans know what they're subscribing to.
Yeah, she talks about conversions. I mean, if you check out that number below the graphics, 79% conversion rate. I don't know very many offers that get a 79% conversion rate. So super, super successful offer. Obviously, we can't dive into all the ins and outs here, but appreciate you sharing the insight there. Encouraging everybody to still drop their questions in the chat here. I know we are coming up on time. We do have a few questions that I would like to share. One of them is for Nathan. So Nathan, the Corporate Advantage program, do you have a unique promo code for each company that signs up for the Corporate Advantage program? If so, roughly how many companies do you have signed up for it? And is there any other value that you provide to the companies as part of being a part of the program other than access to discounted tickets for their employees? So I'll jump in for the first part. Yes, there's a unique promo code for each one, right? Each company gets their own promo code, but how many companies roughly are part of that program?
Yeah, right now we have over 250 companies that are signed up, and then we're still using the FEVO feature where we build out promo codes per rep. So every rep that registers a company, ultimately on the back end, that's where we make sure to credit each sales rep with the sale per company code. Correct.
And then the second piece to that, are you providing any other value beyond access to the discounted program or things that you can target those users for?
Sure, yeah. So we've actually really been trying to train not only our corporate advantage program leaders, but also just traditional groups in general, that the discount that they're getting off of our gate pricing is a huge benefit in of itself. It's not something that they should just expect to happen. Like, this is a great value add. We've got our business strategy team that's helped us with some tools where we can really show the percent savings after, what's on Ticketmaster right now, plus Ticketmaster fees. Like, you're saving a ton here. So we're really trying to train our market to have the discounted ticket be the value add. But throughout each month, when we do send offers, for the home opener, we had t-shirts on every seat. So we'll say, ticket and a t-shirt, or if there's bobblehead giveaways or anything else that we're doing, we'll make sure to highlight those as games that they could target. So not really throwing any type of monetary value adds, but maybe piggybacking on what some other departments in the organization are doing to highlight those games.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Another question for you related to Conversica. I know you mentioned a little bit about Conversica and your process for that earlier. Can you touch on how you use that AI bot and on the feedback loop that's associated with it?
I could do my best. So we really lean on our business strategy and CRM team to help us with this process. But again, every other week, we're able to load in all of our past cap buyers. And then our CRM analysts help us with a script that we want to create, basically saying, thanks so much for your support of the Orlando Magic. If you're interested in attending more games with us, would love to connect you with someone here on our staff. So easy way to work through Conversica to be able to push out some emails to find those hand raisers to then distribute back to the team. Outside of that, I don't have a whole ton of knowledge with Conversica. I know we do it with a lot of our other products as well, with the ultimate goal of finding some warmer leads out there. So whoever asked, we'll drop my email in the chat, and happy to touch base offline and introduce you to our business strategy team that can help with some more info.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Again, we're coming up on time, so I'm going to bring us back with the 3 key takeaways. And then if anyone else from the panel wants to add maybe one key takeaway that they have in addition to this. Number 1, keep your fans on your native website. Back to reiterate what we had talked about earlier with marketing, spending dollars and time to get everyone to your website. Let's not redirect them off of it. There are some offers, obviously, like your group focused offers and things that you don't want to put on your website. But for those mass marketed offers, things like theme nights and family packs, those can live on your website and have that drawer slide out. Number 2, leverage your marketing analytics and communications channels. We talked about texting. Maria touched on the importance of texting, especially with their Dub Nation deals, but also making sure that, you're planning in advance for everything. You're all talking about it. It brings me to point number 3, that there's that organizational buy-in. You're starting yesterday. You're planning for everything ahead. You're testing everything out. You're doing some A/B testing to make sure that you do your due diligence with making sure that you're putting the correct messaging out to your market and attacking the correct buyers, right? Those are 3 key takeaways that we have. Can we just go down one last time here? Josh, I'm going to kick it off to you to start, but one key takeaway that you have from the entire session for today.
Yeah, I would just reinstate like the collaboration, how it takes everyone within your department to make these things happen, and the buy-in from the other departments that you work with. Even the question that Ryan had about the VASI and the FEVO integration, like we share with OU, since we're Learfield, we share the VASI cost and the platform with them. So a lot of the things that we do, since we're limited on the mass texting side, if we can't do it on the mass texting side, we'll do it one by one with our reps. We'll have them vet out the list, go through those people that they work in their book of business, and that's when we'll send a FEVO offer to those group of people, so those reps can benefit from all the sales from it. But just the collaboration and how it takes everyone in one unit to come together to kind of make these things happen. Like you can't do it by yourself, for sure.
Awesome. Nathan, one key takeaway from your side with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, so I think with all of the offers that we heard today, like innovation is the name of the game. Innovation is a core value here with the Magic. We're always trying to think ahead, always trying to do things differently. So just encourage everyone on the call. Yeah, there's some of those tried and true offers that we need to do every season, but looking at the corporate advantage program that we've built out, it started just by giving promo codes with sales reps' last names and telling them to push it out there, and it's eventually evolved to something really great here. So always look at these offers and think what more you could do, what could you change. Lean on the FEVO best practices that are already being pushed out for ideas and see what sticks.
Thank you. And Maria?
Yeah,
Take us home.
not every buyer is the same. So not every program, every offer should be the same. And I think back to what I said, intentionality, making sure that we're being diligent about who the buyer is for that specific program and that offer, and making it the right fit for them, whether it's email or SMS based, last minute or premium. You have to think about the buyer.
Awesome. There you have it. You've heard from the experts in the industry. We've gone through a bunch of different styles of offers, started with theme nights and family packs, moving into promo gated offers with corporate partner programs and student rush. Talked about some flash sales earlier on and closed it out with some last minute deals as well. So you've heard about just 5 different use cases. There's a bunch more that we didn't have time to cover today. I know there were a couple questions about premium in the chat. Reach out to your partner success rep. We'll make sure that we get all of those questions answered for you. Obviously, we didn't have enough time today, but we will promise to answer those for you. And feel free to always reach out to your partner success rep whenever you have questions or want, best practices shared. Thank you so much, Josh, Nathan, Maria. Appreciate the time that you took out of your day today, especially post Halloween when we're all probably a little full from candy. So thank you so much for joining us on the panel today. If anyone has additional questions, feel free to reach out, and have a very happy Wednesday. We'll talk to you all later. Have a good one.
Take care.